Hello, this is Roland, Cisco Switzerland. Today I wanted to test the new Ceiling Microphone Pro. I have a Ceiling Microphone Pro sitting on the ceiling here. It's not in the middle of the meeting room, it's slightly moved to the front. And I'm going to measure the distance from the microphone to my chest, let's say, to show you the radius the microphone has. And this camera I'm looking at here now is basically right underneath the microphone. So you see the angle, how I talk towards the microphone or away from the microphone. So you get a feeling for this. Pretty cool. The camera actually follows me automatically. So let's see how well this works as well. So we have in the front, we have a quad cam who is also enabled for speaker tracking. And it's also enabled with 2 additional PTZ cameras, so for cross view. So when speaker track is enabled and I talk towards the opposite person, you'll also see this happening automatically. I'll test the microphone quality when I talk in different directions, so you get a feeling how it is. And also, there is no other microphone I'm using for this video, so it's always the Ceiling Microphone Pro you hear now or as I go through the test. Okay, so let's get started from the front, heading towards the back of the room. So I move to the very front. So I'm sitting in the front of the meeting room, talking to my opposite at the table. I'm talking towards the back of the table a little bit like this as well. And I'm also going to measure the distance from me, the chest, to the microphone. It's like 1.7 meters. And when I talk towards the front of the meeting room, so to the remote participants, you also get a feeling how this sounds. Okay, good. Next one. So I arrived at the middle of the table, talking to the opposite person. When I move a little bit my body, then I'll talk to the back of the meeting room. So that's a little bit more away from the microphone. And when I talk to the remote participants, then it sounds like this. I measure again the distance to the microphone. It's about 2.2 meters. So I'm now sitting at the very end of the table, talking to the opposite person at the table. When I rotate my body to point towards the front of the table, then it sounds like this. And I'm also going to measure the distance. Here we are at like 3.5 meters distance to the microphone. So that's how it sounds here. So let me try again how it sounds when I talk to the opposite person. And I also want to check like how it sounds when I'm a little bit standing up. So I'm standing in the back of the meeting room now at the very end, let's say all the way back here, and I'm measuring the distance to the microphone. So this is almost 5 meters now. So I'm still talking towards the microphone, but I'm like 5 meters away. So that's quite long. I hope I didn't change my tone of voice. Then presenter tracking, there we go. So once I'm in the picture, it should basically track me when I walk around in front of this device here. I can move back and forth a little bit. There you go. So it's like filming myself probably multiple times, but this is also how it would sound when I enable presenter tracking and I'm talking to the audience. When I talk to the remote participants, I wanted to also show presenter tracking is possible with the cross view setup here too. I'm very curious on how this all sounded now. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope it helped and hope to see you in my next video. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot and have a good day. Bye.